I think this is. I think this has begun. It's broadcasting. I think. Anyways, I am just feeling like making a little bit of a thought here because I heard something rather disturbing, but not super disturbing, or at least not to the point where it's that much of a surprise. Apparently, this is going to be about Soul Calibur 6, and that it might very well be the last game. Sounds unlikely, right? But that's a big cash cow, Bang Cat. That's impossible, Bang Cat. Yeah, well, it might also be like how I kind of picked out that they were looking to wrap up things also with Tekken, it seemed. And granted, there's been DLC and they're supporting his current game real well. But with the way that the story's gone with Tekken alone, it seemed very much like they were looking to wrap it up. And some have even, heard some words and even brought forward that they were looking to wrap it up. This is where it all comes together. Are they now looking to do it with Soul Calibur 6? It's kind of a debatable topic. But I don't think they necessarily have people who all want to. And this is also kind of odd, being that this game seems to go back to some of the roots. But Soul Calibur 6 goes to the roots and starts moving forward, probably through some of the time periods of more than just its one Soul Calibur game. That's not counting, of course, Soul Edge, aka Soul Blade, which may or may not still be considered canon. I hope so, because that game was bloody well magical and a great step forward before its time. So, what am I basing saying this on? Well, apparently, it was actually in a formal interview. So, in this formal interview, what was said? Well, it was stated that it was hard to even get this project greenlit, and this is out of the mouths of people who are actually at Namco, that they were willing to say this. And sure enough, if this one doesn't prove that there's very much a place for Soul Calibur by it doing rather well, that this could very well be it. So, I'm kind of jumping on the side of the fence that even though that, it's kind of meh that they decided to throw out a DLC character from the get-go, which, by the way, the reason for that, this is not starting up, and I'm blatantly hitting things, there it goes. Basically, if with that DLC character, that's over my train of thought, sorry, I was missing my thought there for a moment. What happened there is that that character was actually not even really going to be added. Some of you already know this. I mean, if you've been looking up Soul Calibur stuff, then you know that someone's, put up that, yeah, our favorite hula hoop girl, yeah, she was not even going to be in the game, but there was a lot of push, and they wanted to honor the fans, and that's noble, and apparently for some reason that equates to it being done late in the game, and thus, I guess, to make that okay. I'm really not sure where the logic goes of why that needs to be paid DLC. Why not just make it a pre-order DLC or something of that nature? But I guess, season pass and all. But maybe it's a little bit of a test of like, okay, well, we weren't intending on doing this, so we had to put in a little bit more work, which probably equated to a little bit more extra overfunding for someone to put that work in. And you could do without her. But yeah, she was late in the game kind of bit. Whether it's true or not, we can always take things with companies from a grain of salt. But she's going to be there. She's DLC. And even though, to wrap up my thought process of all this, that some are not looking to get the game because of that whole characters being pulled back, season pass, yada yada, it doesn't feel that bad. It feels, as it is, the season pass, I think, is going to be mostly visual parts for dressing up the characters with a character creator that I was worried was going to be, subpar compared to Soul Calibur 5, because let's be honest, and let's spank Namco a little bit in the eyeball for this, but Tekken's last character editor, let's face it, it was garbage. It was like, oh, here's a few outfits. Yeah, this is garbage. It was more garbage than like Tekken's like 6, and Dark Resurrection had more parts even before the whole, I think DLC thing. It felt lazy. It felt very lazy with the whole character dress up thing for the last Tekken. And frankly, I hope they release more bits, but I'm not sure if they're going to or not. But back to the main bit where I was, Soul Calibur 6's character creator is flipping amazing. I've seen the details on it. I'm kind of hoping they add cat people for, some people who don't know the reason. Bastet, Skinwalkers, Dreamwalkers, Nikomata. The legend of cat people goes across the board of legends, and was even one of the first of mankind's known statues of, creative thinking of something beyond what was known to exist in theory. So that statue, one of them goes back to 40,000 years ago. So yeah, it would be nice to be able to have them in Soul Calibur, especially since we've already got lizardmen and so many other species things like the orcs. I guess that's what we're looking at. But yeah, Soul Calibur 6 character creators expanded upon, apparently, from what 5 was. And 5 was magnificent with that. All these other fighting games that might want to come out in 3D and have, character editors, you might want to start looking at what Soul Calibur pulls off. But, for all these great bits, I think they were actually looking to keep Soul Calibur buried because maybe 5, despite its character creator, it wasn't received as well because the characters themselves, the gauges had to be partially used for a rather, traditionally non-cost move of rebounding blades back. I know, I'm not remembering the name of it right now, and someone's going to probably trash me for it. But yeah, it's potentially going to fall down if we don't support it. And it's kind of, I don't think it's that much of a hard decision to just support it, even though that there's a bit of season pass stuff going on. Hey, it can't be nearly as bad as a certain other fighting game that charged you how much for how little, and then charged you some more, and then said, hey, all these other characters, you'll totally be able to buy them with in-game money, and then took that away? Yeah, you should know I'm talking about Street Fighter. Or how about this other nice little game that was a recent Versus title? Had characters from Ruby in it. Had characters from Blaze Blue in it. Half the goddamn roster was put behind paywalls. So now we're going to take all that and then punch Soul Calibur in the nose, where those characters are probably about 4. Yeah, I think at this point, even though it's not great, I don't find it a reason to not buy in on Soul Calibur. I find that it's going to very well be worth it. And yeah, this footage has nothing to do with Soul Calibur, I'm sorry for that. But we're looking at a game that is looking really well balanced out. It's got new things, it's bringing back from the old bits. I think Soul Calibur 6 is utterly going to be worth it, and if we don't treat it like it's worth it, and we don't support it fairly early on, I have a deep fear of what could become of the franchise from what they've been very well announcing. So, Soul Calibur 6, our last game? Let's hope not. Is it in our power to keep it from being the last game? You bet your ass. This is where we vote with our wallet, folks, and it's certainly better than throwing down on yet another stolen PUBG idea of throwing 20 people all together. I'm sorry, I don't know the actual number. It's probably more than that. And then no AI whatsoever, no story whatsoever, and dumping, $60, then, you're going to pay $110 with all the crap from Call of Duty and all this other stuff. Of all the stuff that we should be voting no on by not paying, I can't find Soul Calibur being one of them. Soul Edge, Soul Blade, call it what you will, from the beginning, it's always found its special little place in my heart, even when the characters were kind of half semi-forgettable with 5. It made up with that because it had a character creator that, quite frankly, when you took those characters' movesets, which were derivative blatantly of the original characters that inspired them, probably some of them actually trained like our one little ninja girl was by Taki, you could recreate those characters pretty much. Is it exactly the same? No. But it was pretty damn close, pretty damn good. And, you know, you had to spend gauge for that other bit. And it had some other little issues, but beyond that, it was still a damn good game. Damn good looking game. A damn good playing game. So, the creativity and also to put the character recreation into it with such a polished game. I made Amazon from Dragon's Crown, and it looked so damn close to the real deal. And I had her wielding that axe around like Astaroth. It was a fun experience. It's kind of like when I went through Saints Row 2 with my creative character that I tried to make look like myself, and wound up playing as Silent Bob for the second time. Because the first game also had a character creator, and it was dead blatantly Silent Bob. Because when I tried to create myself that time, sure enough, Silent Flipping Bob, and it was great. It was the best experience for Saints Row 1 because your character just about almost never talks unless he's going to say some silly ass bonkers shit for like a moment in the story. It was blatantly the perfect role to play as Silent Bob. But anyhow, this is King of Fighters. Apparently this is the PS2 one that was playing on the PS4. Let's say, no my, no buy. Where is mine? My. I probably picked the wrong flipping colors, but you know, whatever. But yeah, this is my little take and thoughts on that. Probably going for way too long. I figure I should play at least a little bit of the game here. Something to watch for a moment. But yeah, Soul Calibur 6. As of this recording, I think it's like, what, 2 weeks away? Mid-October? Perfect placing for the game, too, as far as I'm concerned. Does it have, you know, a lot of competition? Absolutely. So why is it such a good spot? Because the character creator's almost like playing dress up, man. And it's so well done. Okay, he's got that counter there. You're good, buddy. Jiggle those cheeks to your finish. Feels like this. Oh, wait. How much meter did I build on that? I wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, this is not the King of Fighters that I was looking to play. I actually wanted to get the one that had the background stuff going on, and I thought that's what I thought, and maybe sometime ago I bought the one. Wait, this is. Yeah, those backgrounds are. Pay attention to big lens. Unlike Marvel's Capcom 2, those sprites stuck out so far from the 3D backgrounds. Worse yet was some of the better Capcom vs. SNK, but I love both of those games. Capcom vs. SNK, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Marvel's Capcom 2. Marvel's Capcom 2, despite that difference between sprites and background, it was something to marvel at looking at those backgrounds for the first time. And I remember when it came out, I was working, the first arcade I was working for, and I actually installed one of the first Naomi boards. Or at least Marvel's Capcom 2 uses an Naomi board. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. But the Dreamcast one was coming out now. Be in a picture. Guess what, buddy? Pull the move I asked for. Wow, yeah, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Alright. It's been a long time since I've played King of Fighters 98. But let's face it, 98, one of the greats. Whoa! Actually planned that. Probably better off landing and blocking that one clear shot's not worth the block damage. That nearly as bad as like go through to it. Yep. Go for that. Yeah, Ozaki can be hard to play, but hard to play against sometimes too.
Hey, come on, come on.
Eat the floor, buddy. Wow, I should do something bigger than that. But yeah, I'm probably going to get no one who's going to watch this right now. But, back on that subject, I'm really hoping a bunch of people get in on Soul Calibur. Am I getting in it for the super duper awesome competition? Nah, I'm pretty lame these days. I'm so out of the loop with a lot of things. I'm not... Oh, special Lucari post. I'm not nearly as competitive as I was long ago. But I play it for fun. Soul Calibur holds a very special place for me. The way it immersed for fighting back in the day on Soul Edge and Soul Blade, it was an experience. So I still get a good bit of that buzz when I'm kicking my ass. When I go to almost any of the games. So I'm gonna have to make that Amazon Dragon's Crown again. Boom, the floor. How it done? This game had like one of Terry's most like lethal movesets. How it done, I'm not getting rising attack or work worth a damn right now. leg. But yeah, he's definitely coming up pretty clear on that one. Jeez. Mental instability, we're gonna... Oh gosh! You're gonna do it again. Oh, move didn't come out. Yeah, I got beat. I got beat that early. Wow. Controls do feel a little stiff, which is weird. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whatever. Have a BM, I guess. So anyways, that was mine playing all garbage right for right now. And I pretty much said what I was going to say. Feel free to leave a comment. But yeah, I think Soul Calibur is going to be worth, putting out there for pushing up, and hopefully there will be more in the future. But all the more reason I think that you might want to consider getting this game, and even getting it from the get-go, is that I think people are going to get in on this. It's looking like a very good game. The balance is looking neat. There are a lot of cool little mechanics here and there. The character creator alone is going to help keep that game very fresh. The creative level is just going to be massive. If there's anything like how the creator was on 5, and it's looking like that, and then if they put some stuff for like all the more like races, like how there's orcs and stuff, and like I said, they do the Catman bit, like I hope, it's going to be rather impressive what people will come up with and keep creating. And character creation, it's something I'm very fond of in video games. The more creative, the more things that people can bring themselves and their ideals into, makes it, and all the more the experience of being immersed into it and feeling part of it. There's nothing that quite draws people into a community than feeling like they make a significant effect, change, and growing of it. And something as simple as a character creator that lets people put so much of their ideas themselves into it, it can drive things significantly. Look at like some of the MMOs where some of them have not been doing very well recently. But look at what some of them have done. A lot of them are sitting on old ass software forever, like World of Warcraft, and they're afraid to move forward on a new game or to even rehaul it, because sure enough, you'll have a lot of the oldies who will not feel cool about that. And then you have other companies like, what was it, Cryptic and Neverwinter Nights? Man, I heard like 90% of you guys, 90% of the community got at least temporary banned for an exploit that they took forever to fix. I mean, they left it in there to begin with. What happened to the days where, okay, if you used an exploit and stuff like that, yeah, it sucks. It's called fucking fix it and just move on. Not take forever to fix it and then punish the people who found it, that you probably wouldn't have fixed it unless you had them find it in the first place. Hell, there could have just been some people that were becoming gods by using this exploit no one else knew about, and yet you're going to ban like 90% of it. I mean, that number might be inflated, but from the sounds of it, it's pretty close. A lot of people got not only temp banned, but several got full-on banned. And even if it is just temp bans, come on. They found a thing you messed up on. And it's not like they utterly broke the game with it. You got some extra easy attempt at getting, 1,000 crystals, I think one of the big guys said. That is very big on the community bit, because he got started and it grew his channel. Like, I wish I could. But yeah, the other big thing is those big old MMOs. I think partly why they're falling down is because it's become evident that someday all that money you put into it, it vanishes. Just completely gone. Just like this little temple here. And I guess like almost anything in life is you build it up and eventually it just, something happens and it erodes away and it gets taken out. But some of them have been a really bad case recently. Like Disney acquired Marvel and then punched a certain Marvel Heroes game that I actually rather liked. So I was glad I got it already, but now I've not even gotten a chance to enjoy the multiple costumes of all the other multiple characters because I went in, pretty big balls blazing. And I had a lot of fun with the characters I even did play, and then out of nowhere I catch news, oh yeah, apparently Disney bought Warner. I'm like, oh, okay, well, so what's happening? Oh yeah, they apparently had a big argument. Wait, what? So because they had a big argument with the company that was doing the game and themselves, suddenly it just all gets pulled out with no compensation, and the game was not even, it wasn't even like that many years old. It was like maybe January 3. It got in fast. And when that happens, after people put so much time and money into it, yet not enough to get out what they put into it, and there's just no compensation, it kind of turns Disney into a set of Disney villains, at the end. But I digress. I still like these games that have these big, nice open worlds that people can play together in. I do feel that, however, PvP being the only thing on that is kind of tongue-in-cheek. And these Battle Royale games, frankly, they feel lazy. I mean, PUBG's riddled with bugs. Fortnite was not even supposed to be a Royale game, but just threw it in there because it was popular. And since they jumped on that wagon fast and early, they're now suddenly famous with also doing little celebrity tie-ins. And now we have a chunk of other people all trying to do it. And I guess maybe eventually someone will do it better, but seriously, guys, it's taking what game, you have in some mechanics and then throw them all together and then, okay, multiplayer thing. Job's done. That feels lazy as hell. And we're paying how much for that? Cold Dookie? It's, wow, just, how does this, it just makes no sense to me. When did we stop expecting things like, oh, I don't know, AI, story, some kind of real narrative? I mean, look how mad y'all got with Titanfall. And yeah, I actually rather enjoyed Titanfall, but did I enjoy it for a super long time? Do I think it was worth the full amount that I paid up front? It's questionable. Titanfall 2 was, however, a much better game. Still kudos on the team for that. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get Titanfall 3 whenever that happens, at least not at the beginning, because the way EA operates now is, oh man, if I get it on PC, I'm going to need a whole different launcher. If I get it on console, it's still going to probably scuzz me out somehow, and I'm not taking advantage of the twin 1080 Ti's that are in my PC. I've actually been playing a lot more on console recently. My PC's been mostly used for a game of its own questionable nature called Second Life, which I've actually been doing a lot of flying and sailing in, and that community seems to be transforming into a weird way that is still a lot of fun, but I apparently had an opinion, and I didn't like how I was treated when I was willing to help work on a project for free, and because I had some time on my hands, and it kind of regressed from there. I tried to talk to him more, and you know, it felt like on 2, if not more, separate occasions that we hashed it out, and everything seemed mellow, and I was about to go back and work on trying to help it out. And then suddenly it all changes anyway. I got moved to, oh, well, we're not going to work on this, there's someone else for it. Oh, well, I want to do this, and I was kind of leery about putting all more work in, because they never even reviewed my work before they made several accusations off of what one person supposedly said, when all I did was contact them and say, hey, sometime in the near future, I'd love to have sit-down talks, since I'm being said that they want me to head this up. And then out of nowhere after that, I got told that, oh, you're talking down on people, oh, you're like, no. And all the people that I did review for the role, they actually said they enjoyed the process. So because of that, and because I said that, you know, when I jokingly things a pop quiz, which they hate the idea of, and it was just not even that, I got hollered on, accused on, that I was trying to, you know, jag authority. It was like ridiculous. So I got a little cross and said, you are making these accusations. And when we visited, she acted like, oh, well, like it didn't happen. Other than, oh, well, it's not your fault, we didn't specify the job so well, so okay, well, we don't specify it, so I'll continue on, and move me out anyway. And then, rather unhappy that it felt like I just really had no real place in it anymore, and I went to talk to him about that, and seemed to hash it out again, and then I went to go and talk to him again after this bit, and now they won't reply to me at all. All for something that I was willing to help for free. It's depressing, to say the least, and being that they have a major influence in Second Life and that community of you know, flying, boating, and stuff like that, I'm kind of finding myself that a bunch of people started treating me differently, and it was kind of less friendly. So hopefully it won't be all that bad, and I'll just still enjoy some of the boating and flying, and maybe even helping someone else who actually does seem a lot more friendly toward me. But if that all goes south because it all loops in this other thing, you know, it was hard for me to, you know, really think about for a good couple of months. But now I'm going to take it for what it is and see if there's other things I can afford. Otherwise, just go boat and fly a little bit. You know, if you don't think that I'm a too cool a person anymore because of what someone else is saying behind the scenes, so be it. It's a bummer, but we all get over these things eventually. We all find our way forward. And being that I have certain medical conditions that doctors can't seem to really figure out, I've got a lot and then enough on my plate. So I'm virtually in retirement right now. Not that I want to be. I wish I could just go out and get a job like anyone else again. I've always done, and it's just not kind of going to go that way. So I'm in the process of getting ready to talk to a lawyer about disability, because after 2 years, they can't seem to figure out a solution. That's after 3 years ago, when I had a blood pressure of 300/150 and somehow survived. And lots of doctors visit stuff still, that my memory's getting worse, so I actually missed one. Missed a birthday. A lot of things are going over my head memory-wise now. And it's kind of hard to think sometimes when you get waves of pain and can move around only so much before the pain gets worse. That's kind of where I'm at right now, for anyone who didn't know before, but some of the people who might watch this later actually know me. Yeah, you know that story, and you've heard about it enough. It's kind of a bummer, and it's kind of a bummer for me to talk about, so moving on. What can I say? I'm that guy who has that luck that somehow I can survive these things, but at the same time, I can, like, chip a rim on a pothole and swing and finally, you know, basically recover the car from any real major damage, but still get a dent. And I call for a flatbed after moving the Jeep to a place I thought was safer, because someone else could probably slide into me if I slid it out and couldn't recover it. And a branch falls on my car as soon as the tow truck shows up. I just have that kind of luck. And that kind of luck has been kind of what's been happening to me ever since for about 3 years now. And it sucks. And now I don't have my other job anymore after 16 years. The ball came out from under it, quite frankly. Otherwise, I was willing to stay for the win, and I did. Even with the pain, I went. Which, I loved my little arcade management job. Never paid me a lot, but such is what it is. But I made it work. My bills were not late. I got my bills paid. But anyway, this went on for much longer, and probably no one's looking to watch this anymore. Or if you're me and you probably tuned out long ago, or you're watching something else or doing something else with this background. Enough. Because I don't really have Soul Calibur footage here. But you can bet your ass when it comes out, well, I probably have some Soul Calibur footage then. Yeah, but so will everyone else who's more popular. So, let me wrap this up. For real this time. Bye, geese. And goodbye to all of you. Remember, Soul Calibur 6 is coming out. Some said the 18th, and someone else said the 19th. So I don't know what the deal is with that. So someone might not be on the up and up. But one way or another, I'll get it within the 48 hours. I will then go to work on creating some character stuff and playing it to unlock the stuff to create characters and have a merry old time. Because I think the way some things are going, I might get some time back on my hands. Those of you who do watch my footage bit, thanks for coming in, and you can probably catch me playing with Video James again. Me, Falstrix, and Video James will be playing on Monday. What is the date? Monday the 8th of October, 2018 this year. So I'm pretty sure, however, that we might do some recording. However, I did get the one game that we do plan on playing on Switch, and we just don't have an easy way to record that right now. One of us may very well have it on PlayStation anyway, and if that's the case, we'll tap into the account and put it onto the PlayStation that we'll have out there. And then we will record it, and then we'll yell and shout in a whole bunch of hilarious BS and make it all the more of a fun experience. Because if I can get them all wrestled into one place, we plan on playing Armored Troopers, which inspired Cyberbots, which you'll remember Jin, who showed up in Marvel's Capcom 2, Tech Romancer, and other games. And you know I love my giant flipping robots. And sometimes I can get Falstrix to get into the giant robot thing too. So, and either way, it's a part of the Capcom Beat 'em Up pack that came out. And its online netcode is trash. But if you get 3 friends together, 4 friends for some of the games, go up to 4-player, but most of them seem to go 3. Don't ask why, but that's how Armored Troopers and Captain Commando was. Those are probably going to be the first 2 we hit. And it makes perfect little fun for a local gathering of you and 2 friends. So yeah, some gaming, probably grabbing a pizza or cheesesteaks, getting in the mood for October, figuring out what we want to do for Halloween, if we can get together for Halloween. You know, it sounds like a fun time to me, as long as I don't get like a major bad pain day, and that happens. But I'm hoping it's not going to happen on the days of the gathering. I'm overdue for my back going out a second time, so that's going to suck if that happens. So I'm going to try and take it easy till this Monday, and then we're going to get together and do our thing on Monday. And then if I end up getting hurt after that, well, then at least I can weather it and hopefully start feeling a little better after sitting and probably sleeping it off for about 2 or 3 days. But it is what it is. Right? I'm actually going. I'm not lying. I'm going. Thanks for watching. And remember, support that Soul Calibur if you want that Soul Calibur to stay. Because I really actually think it's going to be worth the price tag this time around. Or if not, y'all can troll me for it later. So, goodbye.